Yesterday, we found ourselves in a familiar struggle with our daughter around doing schoolwork. She got fed up. My husband got fed up. They were both really irritated, and she stormed out and just sulked in her room for a while. It would have been so easy to just end it right there. Didn't seem that meaningful anyway. Well, it turns out that those things are meaningful, and when we don't address them, they kind of lodge in ourselves and fester and create beliefs that then shape who we are as adults. So I decided to bring her into the conversation later in the evening when we were both snuggling. We were both really connected. I was brushing her hair and I checked in with her and I was like, I'm just wondering how you were feeling earlier today. It looked like you were doing really great with this. And then I noticed that things got kind of hard. Do you know what was going on there? And she didn't. And then I said, do you want to hear what I noticed? And she said, okay. And I said, I noticed that when Dada said blank and he looked like he was upset, it seemed like maybe that was a little bit shocking to you. And she said, I don't know why, but I always start crying when we talk like this. There was a part of her that was maybe resisting the conversation a little bit because she would feel the emotional painfulness of feeling some rejection from her dad or some disappointment. And it turned out that in that moment was this amazing opportunity to connect and to heal and to help her feel that it was okay to feel how she felt in that moment and that we were all safe in the middle of conflict and in this incredible moment of repair. Not only that, but I reassured her that she was okay in all the different ways she shows up. It turned out she felt bad not only about how her dad felt about her, but she felt bad about herself too. She was feeling like maybe she did something wrong and she wasn't sure what it was, but it made her intrinsically feel like there's something maybe wrong with her. And I reassured her that it really makes sense that there's a part of her that shows up ready and willing to do the schoolwork that we're asking her to do, and a part of her that really doesn't want to do it and kind of fights against it. And that both of those parts are real and valid and make sense and belong in our family and are loved for who they are. Those parts need to feel like there's a bigger whole holding them. That whole is created first by us as parents, and then she gets to learn how to hold herself that way as she matures. So don't let those moments pass you by where there's a conflict that doesn't get fully resolved or dealt with, because those are golden opportunities to do some deeper healing and also strengthening connections and a positive sense of self.